Hello everyone, this is Emily Calloway. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to do a neutral, natural look for headshots and photo shoots. As I've mentioned in my blog before, definitely recommend investing in a great makeup artist for your photo shoots, but I do know that it's $150 a pop, so if you would like to take the risk and do it on your own, these are some tips for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. And this is my first interactive video, so please bear with me. Thank you. First things first, I'm going to put my hair up so it's out of my way while I do my makeup. You're going to want to start out with a primer. Prime your face, give it a good solid canvas to apply your makeup so your makeup stays put and you don't get shiny. So I'm just using a primer that I got from Sephora. It's called Clear Prep. And it's just a basic primer. What a primer is going to do is it's going to cover up any pores that are visible, and it's going to help your makeup stay on. So it's going to really just give you a good foundation to apply your foundation, I should say. It smooths you out and just lays down the groundwork. And you're going to go all the way down your neck as well, and cover every visible part of your face. Of course, you also want to start by moisturizing, which I did before I began my makeup routine. So, okay. So next up, we're going to use concealer. This is NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. I definitely am a fan of using any like photo ready camera makeup. A couple brands that are great for that would be MAC or Smashbox or Makeup Forever as well. Those are all really fantastic brands for finding camera-ready makeup. And camera-ready makeup is pretty much essential because it looks good on camera. If you're using like bare minerals, that sort of thing, sometimes the mineral makeups do not translate well on camera. They can reflect weirdly and they're not very complimentary. So whenever possible, if you're doing photo shoots, I would suggest using camera makeup. And you're going to just cover any part that is going to have redness, so or discoloration. So like your under eyes, and around your nose. Tends to get a little red as well. Also any place that you want to really pop, because concealer does a great job of creating contrast. So I do around my lips as well, especially underneath. Okay. Alright, and any blemishes, which pretty good on that front. There might be like a little blemish right there. Blemishes you don't want to cover for headshots. You want to cover just a little bit, but keep in mind that blemishes can be airbrushed out really easily. So don't like gloop on makeup in order to cover up your blemishes, because it's going to make you end up looking like you have on a mask, and that's not good. They want to see you, not all your makeup that you have on. So next up, I'm using MAC's Studio Sculpt. I really like this foundation a lot. I of course have to use NC15 because I'm so pale, but I think I got it for my headshots and it's done a great job, and it's lasted like 6 months, which is awesome. And I use a foundation brush. People are of varying opinions. Some like to use sponges, but sponges can get bacteria and all sorts of gross stuff. So in my opinion, foundation brush is the way to go. So you're going to just start with a little dab, and you're going to want to start on the outside and work your way in. And you're going to definitely want to go into your neck and really blend well through your neck so that you don't create any lines on camera. I've done that before, not a good look. So start out and just brush down and blend. And a little bit with foundation, a little bit goes a long way. You definitely, even, even if you want to stay super natural, even if you're, perhaps 15, 16 years old and don't really wear makeup, foundation is really important for photo shoots. I have, I'm blessed. I have, as you can see, I have pretty nice skin, but I still use foundation because HD cameras pick up everything, every little pore, every little bit of redness, and the foundation's just going to work to smooth out your skin and your skin tone. So very important to have a good foundation. And you're going to want to also get your eyelids. Everything that is going to be in the shot. Okay. And all the way up. I'm sorry, I'm going kind of fast today. I uploaded one of his videos already and it was so long, 46 minutes. So I'm really trying to get through it without putting you all to sleep, unless that's your intent. No. Any event. All right. Just blend, 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 blend. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so foundation is done. Next up, I'm going to use powder. My favorite powder is by Cinnamon Secrets. Cinnamon Secrets is a great makeup line that is specifically for set work, and I love their translucent powder. Unfortunately, I'm out, so I'm making do with another brand right now. But translucent powder is very important to set your makeup. Pressed powder is great for touch-ups on set, but translucent really sets it. So you're going to want to find, again, translucent powder that matches your skin tone, just like with foundation and concealer. You do not want to go too light or too dark. You want to match, so... Most important thing to remember is when doing your makeup for set and for photo shoots, you want to look like you, just you on your best day. So don't want to look like you have a tan if you don't normally have a tan. You don't want to cover up the things that tell you, like for me, if you could see, I'll get really close. I am pretty freckly, and I also have a birthmark right there, that black freckle. So those are things that I have every day and part of my look, and I don't want to cover it up. So just be cognizant of that, and when you're doing your foundation and everything, just make sure that you do not cover up those freckles. Okay, next up. I love to do contouring as part of my makeup routine for doing photo shoots. For me personally, I use a bronzer. You can see this bronzer. It's just very close to my skin shade, but it's a little bit darker than my blush. So you're going to find for contouring something that is matte and something that's close to your skin shade, not too dark, not too light for the contouring purposes, just like a tiny bit darker than your foundation or blush. So contouring, what you're going to do first up is suck in like you're taking one of those fishy photographs, like that. So you're just really suck in your cheekbones. And you'll see the bone that goes underneath here, the little shading. That's the area that you want to shade. So underneath that cheekbone. I see I put on a little bit too much right there. I actually use, oftentimes I actually use like an eyeshadow powder for this. I think that it works very well as well. Anything that just gives you a little, you know, you can see it on this side better because of the light, but gives you a little shape to your face. And sorry guys, I don't have the best setup. This is my first video, so bear with me. Okay, and so you're also going to shade in the recesses, anything that creates dimension. So I'm going to shade on the sides of my nose as well. And go down each side. You can already start to see where my nose shape is taking form. And the little recesses here, just a little dab. Right there. Take an eyebrow brush and do right, like underneath your eyebrow as well, right here. And on the other side. And then the other place I do is right under my lip, that little crevice right there. So you can already start seeing the shading take place. Then we're going to do some blush. And it's going to be the opposite of the suck cheek look. So you're going to smile and do the apples of your cheeks. So again, not too much, just enough to make you pop a little bit. And then next up, highlighting. So this is the opposite of contouring. So where contouring is, you know, creating sort of like lines and dimensions, highlighting is on top of that to make it pop a little bit more. So this is just a powder highlighter right here. You can see it's kind of shimmery white. You can get also cream highlighters as well. They both work. They're always just very shimmery and light colored. So what you're going to do is brush this on top, like right above where you did your blush, right on that cheekbone. This is really going to make your cheekbone stand out. Also going to want to do it right down the center of your nose on your nasal bone. So do right through here. Okay. And take that eyebrow brush again. Not eyebrow brush, eyeshadow brush. And you're gonna actually do the like where the tail of your eyebrows end. So underneath here and right above as well. And this will make your brows pop too. So anything that you really want to highlight, this is what the highlighter is for. Okay. Maybe even a little right there. Great. Excellent. All right. Next up, those peepers, the eyes. I'm going to start with the eyebrows, which are my new obsession. I got this eyebrow powder from NYX. Highly recommend. Just got it the other day. And I've been loving it so far. It's super cheap, like $5, and does the job. And here's a little secret. I am naturally a strawberry blonde. I don't know if you can see any roots right now. but I decided to go darker just to give me a little bit more versatility with the roles I play. So I have light eyebrows. I mean, they're actually pretty dark for my natural hair color, but they are a little bit light overall, a little bit lighter than my hair. I don't know if you can see that, but they are. So I'm gonna color them in, shade them in, and there's some areas, especially on the tail right here, that are a little bit more sparse too. So first thing I'm gonna do is just brush those eyebrows up and over. This is a good time too, that if you, with your eyebrows, if you brush them up, if you see any like, I just cut mine the other day, so you can't really tell, but if there's any of those longer hairs that are sticking up, you can trim them, and it'll give you a very tailored, you know, salon style look without having to go to get your eyebrows done. So start out with that. And then I'm just gonna dip my brush. This is a great like slanted brush, if you can tell. Dip that into the eyebrow powder and a little bit of the wax, and just shade in all the sparse areas. This is more for me coloring in the areas that are a little bit more sparse. And my eyebrows and eyelashes both have the tendency to be just blonder at the ends. They're dark at the roots and blonder at the ends, which is kind of interesting. This will just give it a little bit more color. You can see right here too. And get some more definition. If you think about somebody like Megan Fox, I mean, she has awesome eyebrows, and hers are always done, and it makes such a difference with her look. So eyebrows, do not neglect those brows. Okay, and now I'm going to comb through it again just to make sure they're even. It's a little hard to tell on screen because the light's so different here, but there we go. As you can tell, that really is a little bit more intense and makes definitely a statement, but when I get done with my eyes, it'll really help my eyes to pop. Another thing I'm going to do, I have this by MAC, it's called Brow Set. And it's kind of like a eyebrow mascara too. So I'm just gonna go back over it, and this is more for the color. The other one was more for shading in, but this is actually a little bit more color. And it matches very well to my current hair color. And it does, like mascara on the eyes, it does have a tendency to clump up a little bit, so just go back over it with your handy eyebrow brush, my little pitiful one, but it, you know, it does the job, so no complaints. Great. All right. So for the actual eyes, I'm going to take a very neutral brown, and this brown is also by MAC. It's called Saddle. I use this, and it's still actually a little darker than what I normally would use, so I might actually mix that with another color. This is going to be for my crease, so I'm going to start out actually with my crease today. I'm going to mix it a little bit with another like neutral color and get in that crease. So you're going to take a slanted brush like this and tap off the excess so it doesn't clump. If you have eyebrow primer, that's great. I don't have eyebrow primer. I mean, excuse me, eyeshadow primer right now. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to do without that. But so you're just gonna want to go in this crease really well, blend really well, and you're gonna want, like I said, to choose a shade that still is pretty light, but is gonna create some shading and contouring to your eye. You know, again, you want to look like yourself on your best day, not overly made up. You know, you can always build on makeup and go a little bit darker, add some more eyeliner, some more mascara, but to start out with, you're just going to want to stay very light, very neutral, because you want to look as young as possible, right? So there we go. So it's pretty even, and just, I'm going to pull it up a little bit higher too. There we go. Now, I'm going to do my eyeliner. I'm using Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. This is a great color for me. And gonna do around my eyes till about the midpoint. I don't like to do the interior of my eyes when I'm doing photo shoots because it makes your eyes actually look smaller. So making the lighter colors towards the inside of your eyes make them pop more. But it will add and bring out the blue, the brown, the cinnamon brown of this color really makes my blue eyes pop. So I'm going to do that on the bottom, and I'm also going to do it, I'm going to do it on the top, and I'm also going to do it on the bottom, halfway too. Well, more than halfway. If you can see. So I stopped it about right here on both sides. Now on the other side. There we go. Now, I'm going to take another eyebrow pencil. This is more of a shadow liner. This is by Chanel. I've had this forever. I just rediscovered it. And I'm going to just do the inside of my eyes. It's a little bit, if you could see, let's see, you can see it's kind of like a lightish color. And do the insides just to, again, make it pop just a little bit. Okay. All right. Next up, I'm going to take a very neutral shadow. This is Cafe Latte by Sephora. I'm going to take my basic flat brush for my eyeshadow, and I'm going to sweep it over my entire eye, including over that crease shadow and the eyeliner that I just put on. So this will just help it to blend, and it'll still keep the shading, but you'll look a little bit more natural. So. Alright, and just also sweep a little bit under the eyes while you're at it. I remember the first time I ever got my makeup done, I was like 13, and they told me do to the bottom what you do to the top. So people neglect their bottom eyes, but it's important too. So now for the lashes. I'm sure you all are familiar with that torture device known as eyelash curler. These are great, obviously, for curling your eyelashes and really making your eyelashes pop. So you can see I have like pretty long lashes, but they are flat, not really much curl. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but I'll show you. This is the before. So next I'll show you the after. Okay, take this. And just get at the roots. And just, you know, clench it a couple times. You want to get all the way into this corner. And all the way in over here as well. You know, get as close to the root as possible without actually grabbing your eyelash. So you can already see, like, look how big of a difference that makes on that eye. Makes a huge difference. Huge, huge, huge. All right. Great. Now, I'm actually gonna do 2 layers of mascara. So first I'm using Lash Blast Volume. And I always use waterproof mascara. This is by CoverGirl. I always use waterproof mascara because I tear up a lot. And especially with photo shoots, it seems like photographers always want me to have the fan blowing my hair, or I'm outside and I have very photosensitive eyes and my eyes will water. So this is a way not to ruin your makeup. And one little trick I've also learned is to turn your mascara wand vertically and just paint down for your bottom lashes and your corner, your top lashes. So right there and right there. And this one side. You want to definitely get those bottom lashes. Especially if you're a light hair person like me and your lashes on the bottom are very light. Makes a huge difference. Yeah, I did my makeup my last headshot session. I've had it done 3 times. One time I loved what they did. The other 2 times, one put on way too much makeup, one did not put on enough makeup. So I had to like retouch actually lipstick on because there was none in any of my pictures. So this last time I was trying to save a little bit of money and decided to do my own makeup. Last 2 times actually. And was very happy with the results. If I'm gonna be going to a really expensive photographer down the line, which I hopefully will be doing in the future, visiting either Paul Smith or Theo and Juliet, then of course you want a professional makeup artist. You don't want to spend $600 for your headshots and then like butcher your own makeup, but you know, save a little money. I think you can definitely do it, and especially for supplemental shots. If you didn't get that commercial shot that you needed, or you want to do something a little bit more charactery, I think doing your own makeup is fine. Okay. This is my second layer, and this is with Dior Show Waterproof Mascara. It's $6.98. It's a brown mascara, and I don't know if you can see, but it actually, brown for blue eyes really makes your eyes pop. So highly recommend. And black, especially if you have pale skin like me, black can just end up lashing you out. So the brown is a little bit more complimentary. It's not as dramatic, but you know, again, you want to look like yourself. So unless you want to look like a goth kid for your headshots, try to stay as natural as possible. All right, so last up we're going to do lipstick, and this is by Smashbox. It's Posy Pink, and it looks a little brighter on camera than it actually is, but it's like a light nude pink. For me, I found it's the perfect pink for my headshot photos. If you're on my website and looking at my pictures, you can see that that's what I have on my lips, because it seems like a lot of nudes have too much brown. So this is a perfect pink if you're looking for a pink for headshots. So I'm just gonna go over that. and a lot. I don't have a Kleenex to blot on, so it's gonna be a receipt. Shh, don't tell. Okay, I'm gonna take down my hair. And there you go. Photo ready for headshots. Camera ready for headshots. So anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative and that you learned a lot from it. I'd love to see if you end up doing your own makeup for your headshots. I'd love to see the pictures and the results and get your feedback. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Happy holidays and have a great rest of your week.